Gracias.
Anytime, señor.
No somos más. This guy right here, this is my friend. Back there? This is a retard, this guy. Can you hear us? Yeah, right?
Oh.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Sí, vamos. ¿Qué tal si escuchamos algo de DJ Chino 420 y este gran invitado que tenemos hoy, VOD, y nos vamos que con Golosina? ¿Lo escuchamos y ya volvemos?
That's not with D.O.V. That's con Che Uno. Golosinas is con Che Uno.
Yeah, Golosinas. And that's a big track.
Vale. It's just to getting listening to music and we'll start this all the fire.
I can't hear you too good.
¿Cuál tema van a tocar?
Monobloquero del norte. Nasty no shit. Esto pa' los chicos de la calle, jaque mate, motochorro, leave you naked on the highway. Loco, dale, pasa la guita and we rock the party, más te vale. Mamacita look sweeter beside me. Mucha carne, mucho hambre. Corto con cuchara, motherfucker, I stay sharpened. Huracán through your township, announce it. Llegó el villano con cuidado, nuevo outfit. Speak my cloud shit, del otro lado shit, pesado shit. Heavy duty, poronga en your mouth shit. Foul biz in order, sounds recorded. Una quilme para el pibe, killing shit con la virome. Santa Gloria, la historia del crimen. Director de cine, I see it like Coppola. De cualquier forma, I get bread and make more a flamethrower. Quemado vivo, I pray for ya.
Oh shit,
Fucking
frozen, man. I want some glove, bro. What do you say, Michael? Fucking guy, get to work.
Golosinas,
Prosperado.
Chino, venenoso, Ecuadorian tree frogs, Che Uno,
Efurito.
15%.
Como que vai?
Golosina pa' los chicos que me llaman. Si me alcanza le doy un poquito más para una Fanta. Uso tenis, no uso alpargata. Me encantan las minas con olor a coco butter. Me vuelve loco como manicomios en Alaska. Fuck you in the dark for 9 months, ma. Oye, ¿cómo va? Buena va a gozar. On a beach en Miramar, con mi crema on a buttocks. No soy un player, I just motherfuck. Son of a uncut butterer. No lo corto con nada, pa. Ta-ta-ta. MC Light in Manaraca. East side, eating empanadas on a 95. Rock the flies cloth, bar since 95. Diamantes in my pockets, I don't idolize. Like chocolate tie, she roll it proper, guy. Spark the blunt, got a cicatriz till I'm not enough.
Cuidado que se te cae.
Monobloquero del norte. Nasty no shit. Esta pa' los chicos de la calle, jaque mate, motochorro, leave you naked on the highway. Loco, dale, pasa la guita and we rock the party, más te vale. Mamacita look sweet up beside me. Mucha carne, mucho hambre. Corto con cuchara, motherfucker, I stay sharpened. Huracán through your township, announce it. Diga, llegó el villano con cuidado, nuevo outfit. Speak my cloud shit, del otro lado shit, pesado shit. Heavy duty, poronga en your mouth shit. Foul biz in order, sounds recorded. Una quilme para el pibe, killing shit con la virome. Santa Gloria, la historia del crimen. Director de cine, I see it like Coppola. Lo veo. De cualquier forma, I get bread and make more. A flamethrower, quemado vivo, I pray for ya.
¿Quiere hablar de eso primero? ¿O?
Sí, vamos a hablar un ratico y la ponemos, si les parece.
Ok, ya, pregunta cualquier cosa.
Listo, de una.
Como the 420 experience, 420 apocalypse, zombie apocalypse, that is, on the run, part 1.
No, muchachos, bueno, prometido es deuda. En la casa está V.O.D y el señor DJ Chino. Bueno, un aplauso, señores. Bienvenidos a la casa.
D.O.V. V como Victor.
Hola.
Hey, señor D.O.V, welcome back to this house, Slang City, your house, you know.
Thank you.
Yes.
Problem, and you know, DJ Chino, you're more from here than from there now.
Oh, that's it, for real, straight up.
Thank you so much for being.
I made Colombia my second home.
Oh, cool. And you're very welcome anytime, you know.
Absolutely.
Listo, vámonos con algo de música. Estábamos hablando aquí internamente de un tema. Me dicen que es featuring Illa G. ¿Escuché mal?
No, that's right. Yeah, it's featuring Illa G. It's a song that I produced, and it's off of the 420 Zombie Apocalypse Part 1 on the Run, which was put on by a fellow friend of ours, Honey You Bake.
Shout out to Honey.
Salute Honey You Bake, and the 420 Experience. And it's a compilation that I put together that I orchestrated. And I had a track that I wanted to get him on, and I got a chance to get Illa G on it, and D.O.V quarterbacked the whole thing with Swan. So we ended up coming up with a track called Chaos.
That's right. And that goes back to like 2019 when we first linked up in Brooklyn at Sean Price's memorial. Rest in peace, Sean Price.
Rest in peace.
We were out there with enough heads, you know what I mean? And Top Dog happened to be one of the dudes that we connected with.
Yeah.
I think it was through mutual friends.
Through Sunny, through Shucky Ducky.
That's right. Shout out to Shucky.
Shout out to the whole Duck Down family.
The whole boot camp clip. Shout out to Brooklyn.
This is great. Bueno, aquí nos comentan así rápidamente, les resumo de su producción. Ya todos sabemos la producción de DJ Chino 420 Experience, 420 Experience. Tienen un tema donde está nuestro querido invitado el día de hoy, D.O.V, con Illa G. O sea, recuerdan que hace algún tiempo también
and featuring Swan from Real Wolf.
Right.
Oh, y Swan de Real Wolf.
Yeah.
Entonces, pues no sé, ¿qué dices? No sé si quieres escucharlo de una vez o tienes algunas preguntitas antes de irnos con esto, que yo estoy que me lo escucho.
Bueno, no, espera, antes de irnos con la canción, quiero preguntarle, ¿qué tal es trabajar con Chino? O sea, es muy exigente. eh, ¿Qué tal es trabajar con este gran DJ y gran productor también? Porque pues ha sacado muchas cosas y he visto que ahorita se está moviendo el hip hop en Canadá bastante.
You want to
Okay,
repeat the
D.O.V.
question? Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Well, Skin is asking basically how is working with DJ Chino. It's hard. Is very high performer. We know DJ Chino had a lot of experience in here.
Yeah.
What is the work with him? How is working with him?
Well, working with DJ Chino, I mean, we started working together. Well, I'd say we met in 2014 or 2013. I think.
Well, you know what? It even goes further than that because
Well, it does actually. Yeah.
like
we've crossed paths.
we
many
crossed
times over the
paths
years
many
before we met.
times in hip hop in the city and stuff. Like I was DJing and he was at the shows supporting the shows.
Yeah.
But we didn't actually get connected till I brought down Rusty Jux.
Right.
And that was what year?
Yeah, so like basically I was working with Rusty Jokes around 2014, releasing a single with him in my former group from that time. And we knew Rusty was coming down, so I had his personal contact. I had his number and I hit him up and wanted to set up a video shoot for that song. And lo and behold, he contacted me through Chino. And we connected from there. But looking back, we've crossed paths, many times, many times since I was like 19. I crossed paths with this guy. I didn't even know him at the time. Yeah, so it's funny that it took somebody from New York to introduce me to somebody in my own city. But since then, there's always been a mutual, work relationship. It started off small, one track here, one track there, working on a few shows and collabing on a few ideas. But most recently, I've made a transition and a bit of a change with how I'm operating. And Chino's been the driving force kind of behind that in the sense of support and collabing and creating. And this whole 420 experience, this whole 420 Apocalypse project with Honey You Baked has just been a major part of our collaborating together. Whether he's producing the track that I'm on and, getting connected with people out in New York, get on those tracks, me and him did that footwork together. We were out there together out in New York, connecting with these artists and setting
just
things
networking,
up. Just networking and also getting to meet them in person, and support the local events, the local shows, and just give back. But we were out there doing that together, and that's just kind of like one of the major pieces of how we've been advancing and putting out more work. So, there's a lot more to come. And this is just a piece. It's just the beginning. And, I can't wait for y'all to see what's going to come. I don't know if we should really expose.
But how am I working recording-wise?
Oh, recording-wise? Well, recording with Chino is great because, you know what? He'll always give you his honest opinion. He's not just going to sit there and say yes to everything or every idea you have. He's going to criticize you. He's going to push you. There's times he pushes me, whether it's like, deadlines or, recording something on the track. He'll push me and I'll come out on top. And it's one of those things where it's like, you need to be working with people that are going to push you to get the best out of you, make the best results happen. You know what I mean? So, working with him has always been very constructive. And that's why we've been doing this for so long.
Awesome, thank you. Let me tell this to the audience. Bueno, Skinny y gente que nos escucha, digamos que él nos cuenta por un lado que es un poco gracioso porque irónicamente ellos se conocieron, a pesar de que se habían cruzado, digamos, varias veces, se conocieron y empezaron por medio de Rusty Jux. O sea, que alguien de Nueva York sea que los haya presentado ellos sabiendo que ellos están en la misma ciudad, pues eso es algo un poco gracioso, ¿no? Pero pues desde ese entonces, más o menos, esto fue 2014, empezaron a trabajar, empezaron a hacer cositas aquí y allá. A él le gusta, cuenta que le gusta trabajar mucho con DJ Chino porque él siempre da su opinión, no simplemente como que se sienta a escuchar y a decirle que al todo que sí, hágale, no. Él pone su firma, pone su opinión en lo que se hace y pues nada, ha sido un trabajo, digamos, como que he aprendido mucho, digamos, de trabajar con DJ Chino y de este intercambio de ideas que han tenido entre ellos. Nos comentaba también que así como han venido trabajando, también se vienen muchas otras cosas, digamos que esto no es sino la punta del iceberg. Hay mucho que se viene tanto en camino, entonces es nada, estar pendientes de lo que se viene, esto se viene, mejor dicho, con candela encima. Y pues, ya sabes que el grupo de trabajo de ellos incluye pues a Ila G, a Rusty Jocks, en su momento hicieron también como una especie de homenaje a Sean Price, bueno, todo lo que ya hemos escuchado, también en las entrevistas pues que hemos tenido también varios de los artistas del grupo de trabajo aquí en Slang, entonces pues ya tenemos un poco más de conocimiento del tema, ¿no? Pero pues es esto, la experiencia ha sido grandiosa, se conocen hace mucho tiempo ya y pues ahí están, mostrándonos cada día un poco más de lo que es su trabajo.
Bueno, excelente. Sin palabras, mejor dicho, estos dos crack del hip hop, mejor dicho, unidos, mejor dicho, no, esto es bomba.
Illa G, so going, how does it work with Illa G?
Oh,
Well, for Illa G, I'll take that.
yeah.
Cuando fuimos a Nueva York, topamos con él. We got introduced by, who was it that introduced us, Illa? Wasn't it, Sonny Brown. Sonny Brown introduced us to Illa, and then Illa introduced us to like other people, like a bunch of other people. Was VVS Verbal, Rome Streets. There was a couple other people, man. I can't remember. Oh, who else was it? VVS.
Shout out to
Verbal,
VVS.
Petro Sour.
Shout out to Planet Asia.
And there was a couple guys that
everybody was there. Rock was there.
Yeah, but no, when I'm talking about Illa G, when Illa G introduced himself and we talked, I told him about what I was planning to do, and he was like, yo quiero trabajar también, let's put on some work. So the opportunity came. I had a beat in mind, and I was like, you know what? I got a beat in mind. I'll send it to you if you want to jump on it, Hacemos algo. And I sent him the beat, and he goes, yeah, I'm down. And we went from there. And he went on, and then we had Swan heard it, and then Swan wanted to jump on. So we put Swan, and obviously he represents Wolf, which also I'm a DJ for Real Wolf. And I said, why not? So we came up with Chaos. But to work with Illa G, it was simple. I didn't get a chance to work with him in the studio, but we did have a lot of conversations back and forth on the whole project itself, and he was easy to communicate with. Very, very humble dude, man. Like, you know what I mean? Bien bacán, like you're bien chimba. How you guys say?
It seems like okay. Bueno.
He was.
No sé, escuchaste la última parte, o sea, Illa G es una chimba. Dice que se conocieron por medio de Tony Brown. Tony Brown fue como que el que como que los presentó. Digamos que en el momento
Shout out to Thunny, shout out to Stuck B.
Awesome, amazing artists also, both. Nada, que tenía sus beats en mente, empezaron a hablar, empezaron a conversar con él, la comunicación es muy fluida, es muy buena. Entonces, nada, fue como muy fácil trabajar con Illa G, se entendieron muy bien.
Yeah. So, salute Illa. Illa, slap hoes, eat bacon.
You already know what it is.
Yeah. Bueno, ¿qué tal si escuchamos ese tema, Milen, de que estaban hablando ahorita?
Chaos.
¿Chao?
Listo, de una. ¿Qué tal si lo presentan, Chino, D.O.V? ¿Qué tal si vamos con este tema que hicieron con Illa G?
Yo, what up? Bogotá, Colombia. It's your boy, DJ motherfucking Chino, 420, ya tú sabes. It's D.O.V.
That's right, chilling with the definition of violence. D.O.V. himself, Shaman in the flesh, representing to the death. You know what it is, outside hip hop. Yo, Slang City, where we at? Everything shakes like earthquakes. What you doing, baby?
You know what it is? You're gonna listen to Chaos.
This is Chaos featuring Swan, Illa G. Peace.
Yeah.
Yo, hey yo, I watch the sun set upon a canvas of stone and metal. Picture in my skull tissue, feel it in the air. I inhale, exhale, chemtrails and feel frail. Toxic gases, it's distributed to the masses. Unmarked helicopters, unmarked graves. On your mark, get ready, they marching your way. Tear gas bursting, we wildin' in the streets. Politics and bullshit, they triumph over weak. Unlock genetic code, bring forth the wise old. All time is now, I can feel it in your soul. I stood before the council, let the elders speak. Words last centuries, woven them into beats. As it's spoken like a true poet, noticeably unique. Roll deep, eye open, homie, you can't sleep. The sins of the fathers, they bestowed to the son. The hate you gave little infants fucks everyone.
How does one do that? How does one kill a man? It's one thing to dream about it. It's very different when you have to do it with your own hands.
With this new world we live in, see there's too much separation. Welcome to the apocalypse, 21 is the generation. Every day a new sentence, built up in a paragraph. I follow all my knowledge, no politician can change a fact. It's all about this population, changing that to numbers. We ain't seeing the reality, watch the earth as it plummets. I've been saying this, a mask on, 07 since Swan flu. This call me Swan Shadamas. My vision, it stays blue, prediction at its finest, dividing the young and old. See the virus climb so drastic, it's taking over our souls, taking over our sanity, keeping us in a corner, feeding us deprivation. Depression has got a hold of us, got us on a lockdown, wishing for better days. Alter egos got the best of us, spreading the rat the pain. You can see it plain and simple, the government making stories up. If we don't get a hold of our people, then you can say we're
How
fucked.
does one do that? How does one kill a man? It's one thing to dream about it. It's very different when you have to do it with your own hands.
The sky's red like my weed smoke eyes. Not surprised seeing fish that fly. Everybody in survive mode and me gon' die. Shots fired for the water supply. It's no order. The order is streets in disorder. Release as a world of torture. Police beats by the border. Body sheets finding many body for weeks. Many murder for a body of peace, to say at least. Retreats now looking like swap meets. All I see is broken concrete and the army fatigues. Everybody got an army and they ready to bleed. And overall, nothing still ain't free. I guarantee gun blasts and the world earthquakes is on 3. But the chaos is never chaotic for me. Ella, 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 Ella.
Mateo, nuestro artista invitado del día de hoy, Mr. D.O.V, DJ Chino, quien está también acompañándonos el día de hoy, featuring Illa G y Swan the Real Wolf. Ahorita no lo nombré, me disculpan, pero importantísimo también, y aquí está. Este es el excelente tema. ¿Qué opinas, Kini?
Brutal, brutalísimo, brutalísimo ese tema, sí señores. Aquí tenemos a nuestro gran invitado el día de hoy. Hablaremos un poco de su carrera musical, lo nuevo que se viene. Bueno, hablaremos de varios featuring que hemos visto por ahí que ha hecho. Y pues no, nada, muchachos, síganos en las redes sociales, en City, en Facebook, en Instagram y suscríbanse en nuestro canal de YouTube, muchachos. Cualquier pregunta, duda que tengan, muchachos, ahí para este gran invitado, ya saben, pueden dejarlo ahí en el chat de Slang City de YouTube.
Conéctense, participen, aprovechemos que esto no se ve todos los días. Listo, nada, entonces vamos con más preguntas para nuestros artistas. Listo, bueno, ¿qué para preguntar aquí, Skinny? Cuéntame, vos que tenías 1500 preguntas acá guardadas para nuestro invitado.
Bueno, ¿qué se viene? ¿Qué trabajo podemos esperar de un CD o un LP? ¿Qué se viene para los amantes del underground?
Okay, next question is about the future. What can we expect on the future for Mr. D.O.V and obviously for Mr. DJ Shino? What can we expect on this? There is something that we can talk about now?
Well, for the future, what I will say, because I've said it already, is as far as myself, I have a project where I'm collaborating with Swan of Real World, and he's taking over all the production on that project. He's producing every track, all the beats, and I don't want to say too much on who's on it. I'd rather it be a surprise, but I've already released a few singles off of that. One of them was called Still Thuggin' featuring Planet Asia. Other than that project, which I'm really proud of, I'm also working on I'm also getting ready to release on August 13th this year. I'll be dropping an EP with Rusty Jokes. It's 4 tracks. I've already released 2 singles off of that as well. The Hourglass, Terminology and Lyrics, and Hands Up. That's a project me and Rusty been doing. It's actually there's more of a backstory to that. That's actually something that we've been working on for about 3 years now, I think. And it's gone through a lot of role changes and working with different people. Swan will be producing the follow-up album to that, but that's all very much in the early stages. And other than that, for the future, I don't know. I think that's really it for now that I can say. Chino,
what was the question?
What do we got coming from you in the future?
There is a lot, actually.
Well, what can we say? Because me and Chino got some stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, did you talk about Herbie's Hole?
I haven't mentioned Herbie's Hole yet.
Okay, so we got Herbie's Hole coming up, and the song was supposed to be released today. I don't know what's going on yet.
So there's been a bit of an issue.
There's been a little issue with the distribution right now, but it will be released. It's called Frontlines, and it's featuring my brother, a homie of mine, Gambit, which no one has heard of him because he hasn't ever released any music, but he wrote. And he's a friend that I grew up with, and it's been 25 years. So, I told him, listen, I would want 1 track with you, and I would want you so I could put on the thing, because I know he can rhyme, and I know he has, turn that off right now. I know he can deliver. So I said, just give me 1 song, and then we went away. We went on a trip, and went up to this place called Herbie's Hole, un lugar de pesca. So fuimos a pescar, y estos manes, ganaron the competition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, el man fucking, estaban free, So I'm like, okay, I brought all my shit. I brought all my recording equipment, and I said, you know what? Let's record. And then we started recording. We recorded 4 songs. So
Wow.
I never thought that I would get 4 songs from my friend that had never ever did any music, and he felt that
course.
he wasn't at that level where an EP. So we did the EP, and it's called Herbie's Hole, and it's going to be released in the next couple weeks. But we got the single coming out, so stay tuned for that.
Right.
Also, if the video is done tonight, we might release it later on tonight at 12.
That's right.
For the single, because the single didn't come out, so we might release that. But also on the EP, we got 2 features. We got 1 feature from Che Uno and another feature from Swan from Real World. So that's and that's a 4-track EP that we're gonna release. But in the next couple of months, we're gonna release a hard copy, a physical copy, which is the vinyl. And the vinyl is going to have the 4 songs on A, and then we're going to put the instrumentals for everybody on side B.
Wow. Oh. And I'm sorry, Chino, I didn't hear the name of your friend. I'm sorry.
Gambit.
Gambit. Excellent. Thank you so much. Well,
it's Gambit. And then also, there's a couple of other things that we're working on for the 420 experience, the Apocalypse Part 2, which is Bunkered Down. And we got some dope features on that one also. There's going to be the return of Sonny Brown, Stuck B, hopefully, Innocent, Plasma XL, Honey De Niro, D.O.V. We got JD Era.
Yeah.
And also
Terminology. That's right. So far.
wow.
That's still very much.
Also, of course, Rusty Jugs.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
A lot of stuff coming.
Oh, and also,
awesome.
Milano Constantine's going to be in that again. Oh, yeah. Also, Rockness Monsters on it. Alta Skeleton. Yeah, he's going to be on it with Rusty Jugs. And that one was produced by Navi the North, right?
Oh, also, just a rewind.
Navi, right?
That's with Navi.
Yeah, it's with Navi.
That's right.
Navi the North.
Wow.
So it's another dope producer from out here in Toronto. You know what I mean? Salute to Navi. Navi's doing the shit, yo. If nobody's heard of him up there, man, look him up, man. Navi the North. Salute.
Navi the North, ok. Wow, well, hay muchas, pero muchísimas cosas que se vienen en camino para nuestros artistas. Por un lado, D.O.V nos cuenta que, digamos, viene trabajando hace algunos años ya, más o menos unos 2 años, y está poniendo todos estos temas en un trabajo que se viene, donde estará compartiendo pues con Rusty Jugs, como ya lo hemos comentado. Se viene con esto. Bueno, hay un montón de artistas que vienen aquí para trabajar. En agosto, el 13 de agosto exactamente, va a estar lanzando su nuevo trabajo. Entonces vamos a estar súper pendientes porque ya se viene, ya a un poco más de un mes. Esto por el lado de D.O.V, como resumiendo un poco, porque es que es demasiado, de verdad que vienen muchas cosas, hay que estar súper pendientes de las redes porque se vienen muchísimas cosas por el lado de Chino. También obviamente trabajando de la mano con D.O.V. Él comentaba, digamos, una historia de un amigo de la casa, de él, se conocen hace 25 años. Él sabía que su amigo podía rimar, pero pues nunca habían trabajado. Nos comentaba una historia que se fueron como a pescar ahí en el parche. Ellos ganaron la competencia, digamos, Chino perdió. Sin embargo, él llevó todos sus equipos de grabación y le dijo como, hey, quiero hacer un tema, quiero grabar algo contigo, y pues se pusieron a trabajar y grabaron 4 temas. Él dice que no esperaba obtener 4 temas, digamos, de una persona que nunca ha hecho nada anteriormente a nivel musical, pero pues él sabía que podía hacerlo. Él se llama Gambit y pues él nos presentará de hoy, pero pues por algunos inconvenientes
you can pre-save it though. You can pre-save it. You can see the link on my Facebook and stuff and share it. You can pre-save the song. It'll come out. So.
Excellent. Está pineada por allí, o sea, ya la podemos escuchar. Está por allí. Y estos 4 temas que grabaron, él va a sacar un vinilo. La parte pues física de este, por un lado va a tener los 4 temas, por el otro lado el instrumental de los 4 temas. Y nada, también viene muy de la mano con Swan de Real Wolf. Él está produciendo también los próximos trabajos de D.O.V. están buenísimos, mejor dicho, tenemos que estar súper pendientes porque lo que se viene es candela. Por allí nombraron a Lyrics, por allí nombraron a Rusty Jux, Planet Asia. Bueno, hay mucho, mucho. Mejor dicho, esto lo que tiene es jugo para sacarle. De verdad que estén pendientes de las redes. Aquí en YouTube les vamos a dejar toda la información para que chismoseen, para que entren y revisen lo que viene. Está muy bueno.
Pues vea, pues esto es, mejor dicho, bomba.
Oye,
Esto
también
cuando-
un salute para the producer for that song, Frontline se llama, with Gambit and D.O.V. Bobby Bishop. Bobby Bishop is from the UK. He's from the Netherlands. Salute.
Ok.
Bobby.
Yo por ahí vi que hay un featuring con Planeta. ¿Planeta que conocemos?
Skinny is asking, like, is the Planet Asia that we know? He's amazed about that. So,
Oh, the
I guess it's the same one. It's obvious.
Sorry,
And how about
repeat that question?
he's asking if the Planet Asia that you are talking about is the one that we already know, and how was working with him? How was that experience?
Oh, working on them was very well. So basically, that started back in, let's see, 2014, I would say, that was recorded. Now, unfortunately, he wasn't present here. He recorded his vocals while where he's at with Dirty Diggs and had the vocals sent over. But that was a connection that was made between me and his A&R. Shout outs to M80. We basically connected online, and he was working with he was working with Planet Asia at the time, and said, if you would negotiate a contract, we can do something. So Planet Asia agreed. We spoke over it, and I sent him over 2 beats. We did 2 tracks, but summer group, as well as Lyrics and Che Uno. And the other track that we have, Planet Asia, was just kind of unfortunately delayed. So fast forward to now, I finally had the opportunity where, being that I had the rights to the song, that I could release it and actually get it to where it should have been already a couple years prior. So I did, and it's been getting really good reception. People really like it. Planet Asia likes it a lot. Everyone's just been enjoying it really well, and I'm really glad, because that was a song that there was a bit of a struggle behind getting it out, just because of other things that are happening behind the scenes around it. But things are on a really, really, really good path at the moment. But in 2019, I did get to kick it with Planet Asia at the Sean Price Memorial on August 8th when I was there with Chino, and we spoke about a few things. Saw him later on at the show, at the club there, and he's a good dude. He's mad chill, and I'm just really glad that I was able to make that connection on a professional level, and then meet him on a personal level. Giving back and remembering somebody like Sean Price that affected both of us a lot. Whether as artists or as regular people. So yeah, that's what I gotta say about that, man. And it's a dope track, yo. Swan produced the beat behind that. Originally, there was a different beat for it, but it was something that I had produced, and I wanted to switch it up and change it. So Swan went in with his special Swan seasoning. That's what he likes to call it. And he went in with his skills and made an incredible beat for it. And it's just a dope track, for real. And that track is off of the solo album that I'm going to be releasing, which is fully produced by Swan from Red Wolf. And I can't wait to release that. There's no set date. There's no date at all announced for it yet, but it will be dropping this year, that's for sure. And don't expect to wait too long, because it's basically in the final stages already. So when it drops,
Amazing.
oh yeah.
Amazing.
And we got a few other features on that one too. That album's gonna feature Killer Priest. I also got I think 1 or 2 tracks with Rusty Jokes. I got lyrics on my solo as well. And, Clubber Lang, shout out to Clubber Lang, he's featured on track as well, a banger. I'm hope to do a video for that, but we'll see about that part. But I still haven't decided the next single to drop for that project, but we'll see.
Ok, wow, pero lo que hay, mejor dicho, yo estoy impresionada porque la cantidad de trabajo que nos están dando, digamos, para este año es impresionante. Él nos comenta, pues, con respecto a tu pregunta, Skinny, que la conexión que hicieron con Planet Asia fue más o menos por allá en el 2014, cuando empezaron a trabajar. Fue una conexión que se hizo en su momento online, digamos, cada uno hizo su grabación. Esto fue para un tema que se lanzó en el 2015 con el grupo, ya D.O.V solo, sino cuando estaba con el grupo. Pues recuerdas que estaba con Lyric y por ahí también estaba H1. Bueno, esto se llamaba Four Corners. Este tema fue lanzado, como te digo, en el 2015. Luego grabaron otro tema, pero este pues desafortunadamente no fue como, entiendo que fue eliminado, fue como borrado, digamos, por temas nuevamente. En el 2019 tuvieron la oportunidad de trabajar por el homenaje que le hicieron a Sean Price. Y pues nada, digamos que ya su parte dentro de lo que se viene como solo, con el productor Wolf, van a sacar algo ya en este año. No tienen todavía la fecha exacta, pero es este año, y allí pues va a trabajar también con varios artistas, entre los cuales tenemos Rostillas y por aquí también. No sé, mucho esto no es lo que me cuentan de Chino, o sea, no sé, es que es demasiado lo que están sacando. Ustedes trabajan demasiado, muchachos. ¿Cómo hacen? How do you do to work this lot? I mean, there's a lot of production, a lot of releases for this year. It's amazing.
Honestly, it's COVID, right? Ahorita yo estoy con los chicos en la casa, you know, ellos ya no están en la escuela, pero cuando estaban en la escuela, you know, I was at home, you know, taking care of them. So I left my job for the last year. So when they were in school, Bobby was making beats. I was organizing, you know, songs, vocals, whatnot, you know, putting it all together so I could take it to the headquarters and, you know, do what I got to do and, you know, come up with these songs. So, but also in the mix of all this, you know, we have a magazine out there, which is called Ill Repute, and that's with some guys that we have that I know out in New Jersey. And Ill Repute came to me and asked me to be a part of it. So shout out to Marlon, shout out to Fresh Bakes. You know, they're like, Chino, you know, we want to see a side of Canada, you know, show us something over there. So D.O.V and I, you know, I talked to D, I said, D, you know, I want you to be a part of this, you know, something different, you know, I never did it, I know you never did it, I got a little bit of a background in some of the stuff, but not much, you know, you want to do it, and it was, you know, let's do it. So then we just started doing, you know, interviews with artists out here and putting it together. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it, but if you want, there's a copy inside right there. It's in the box, you can bring it. You know, so I was like, you know, let's do this magazine, and we did the online magazine. It's a digital magazine. It's 140 pages online. Excuse me, online. Online, and what we did is we came out and we shrunk that and we did this. Okay, so this is a digital. This was the digital magazine. You get this online, but we get hard copies for this, right? So as you can see, it's called Ill Repute. You know, a lot of great artwork and stuff in here. You know, pages upon pages of beautiful art and, like, you know, clothing brand, you know what I mean? Stuff you can read, you know? Like, the comics is amazing in this, right? And then we got this. So we came out, well, they gave me the idea called the Bridging the Gap. So we called it Bridging the Gap. So we're bridging the gap from, you know, United States to Canada, right? So esa es la primera página para nosotros, para Canadá.
Oh, okay.
Right? So now we got Plasma XL, you know, ahí está Plasma, right? So we did a little write-up on Plasma, you know, an interview, right? También we did my buddy, good friend right here, Creature Vision, Lutz, Big Lutz, you know. You guys will meet him soon, don't worry. And you're gonna meet Plasma. And then, you know, also we got Milk Crate, a crazy production group, un grupo of producers. You know, shout out to Milk Crate, you know, Kenderman, shout out to Flatline, you know. And then obviously, you know, we got Lyrics in there. Shout out to Lyrics.
And you say we can find this mag online for free, I mean?
This magazine, no. Not this one, not the physical.
The online version.
But the online version, yes, you can find it. You can find it. You can go to my Instagram, DJ Chino 420, DJ Chino 420, and you can go to my link tree ahí, y ahí está el link para el magazine. You can check it out. It has videos, it has music, it has, you know, stories, it has write-ups. It's so full with a bunch of content for anybody, for every type of person. So, you know, you will enjoy it, you know. And also on this one we got, you know, we got Lex Taliones, we got Slang, we got Mercenary Productions, we got you know, Real Wolf in here. You know, it's just the same song. Who else we got? We got Complex Mind, which is a clothing company from Toronto. You know, we got fucking Admiral Knots, you know, in there.
Hijacking station broadcast transmission. It's the high life of high
So if anybody, yo, you can let anybody know if they want ads. You know, we're selling ads. So we got ad space available for the magazine, for online and for the magazine. Anybody that's an artist or has a clothing brand, by all means, you know.
Excellent, thank you for that. Bueno,
by all means, reach out to us and let's work.
Pero yo le estaba preguntando a Chino porque si ven que ambos tienen gran cantidad de trabajos para sacar, digamos, en el futuro próximo, o sea, digamos, para este año tienen cosas programadas y tienen muchas cosas más en mente. Entonces yo preguntaba cómo hacían ellos para idear tanta música, para hacer tanto, pues para trabajar tanto y sacar tantas cosas como al tiempo, como tan seguidas. Me decían que, pues por un lado, Chino nos comentaba, pues por el tema que estamos viviendo, el tema del COVID, pues él estuvo como en su casa con los niños, cuidando de los niños cuando ellos estaban estudiando, pues él hacía su música y pues tenía muchas cosas allí como pendientes, entre las cuales nos está mostrando un magazine, una revista que podemos encontrar tanto online como la versión, digamos, la versión online, una versión gratuita, podemos a leer, a ver todo el contenido, entrando, para el que lo quiera conocer, entrando al Instagram de Chino, es DJ Chino 420, allí encuentran la información, encuentran allí pues artículos sobre música, videos, encuentran marcas de ropa, encuentran gran variedad de cosas que de verdad se ve súper interesante. Y por aquí nos estaba mostrando la versión física y se ve súper interesante, súper chévere. De verdad que ya tengo ganas de correr a ver, ya saben, y como nos gusta, gracias. Entonces nada, y de paso pues si de pronto alguien está interesado, esto es un trabajo que continúa, ¿no? Si alguien está interesado, hay espacios disponibles para publicidad, digamos, si eres un artista y estás interesado en que conozcan el producto, tienes una tienda de ropa, lo que sea, y quieres publicar con ellos, bueno, ahí está el espacio, simplemente a todos los que quieran hacer parte de este proyecto. La revista es súper chévere, de verdad, es un tema ahí como colaborativo que en Canadá y New Jersey con unos personas que trabajan de allí, y pues nada, se ve súper chévere. Y lo que es lo que medio vi de lo que nos mostró Chino, está, no sé, ya me interesé, quiero ir a verla.
Bueno, pues nos guardará una, Chino, ¿no? Yo veré cuando nos veamos. ¿Qué más, muchachos? Venga, vámonos con un tema, ¿no? Para que estos muchachos se refresquen, se tomen una cervecita, se relajen. ¿Qué tal si vamos con el tema de el featuring que hace con Planeasia, que es Steel Tuning?
¿Cuál tema?
El tema dice que, déjame ver, Still Tugging con Planet Asia. D.O.V featuring Planet Asia and produced by Swan.
Yeah.
Sí, vámonos con ese tema que aquí lo tenemos de cortina.
So this song right here is me, D.O.V, featuring Planet Asia. It's called Still Thuggin'. It's off the upcoming album, fully produced by Swan. And the album is Hail and Fire, Mixed with Blood.
And a nigga died.
Go enjoy.
Give me all mines for raw rhymes. Hurry up, tell me what. You ain't got a pot to put a dime. Still thuggin', I still choke you out. I'm still the same, still putting suckers to sleep like they was smoking loud. Now how's about it? I'm about it, so don't doubt it. You costume jewelry lames, diamonds be looking cloudy. I'll be outing 5,000 OT, hitting the island up. What's the use of rapping if your peoples ain't proud of ya? All I see is weirdos dressed up, powder puffs. Shoot my gun in the crowd if niggas ain't live enough. What up, Poppy? What's goody? Southern Cali schizophrenic weather, never leave your house without a hoodie. My bars is Mars, the mind state is Pluto. You just took a loss, my dude, now let your crew know. You coming in second every time next to Uno. P.A. Maddow had to show you what it do though.
First of all, fuck all the rap, hip-hop, hippity hop, backpack, keeping it real shit. I'ma just keep it a buck with you.
I've been living on a mission, speak my soul transition. Hijacking station, broadcast transmission. This the high life and hindsight, facing hard decisions. Living with a burden, almost knew it was envisioned. Like living by the burner, any day can be your ending. But something's to be earned, best to base it off of wisdom, son. Live it and you learn, life's a bitch and I'ma make it come. Waiting for a minute, now I'm thinking how to spend it. Business of the friendship, learn not to blend it. Empty threats of promises, I promise you I'll end it. Splendid, you know this ain't no fake pretend shit, dog. I don't give a fuck how you feel. When you living in the wild, you gotta eat what you kill. Hey yo, I'm still thugging, still sharp with the skill. Still like a real, that's classic appeal. Like both hands scratching on the wheels of steel.
Why? Right. You know what I'm saying? This generation, with all this soft ass shit, and these mediocre, watered down ass rappers, I would have punched half of these niggas in the face for trying to rap. I put that on my kids.
Bueno, muchachos, estamos de regreso con Slang City y DJ Chino. Yeah. Bueno, cuéntame como rápido sobre el último LP, el compilado que sacaste, que es 420 Apocalipsis, creo que es Apocalipsis.
¿Quiere hablar del álbum?
Yes, sí. Nos cuentes un poco sobre ese compilado.
Ok, ahorita vamos a hablar de este. Oh.
Yeah. Ese es el mérito. ¿Cómo es?
This
Sí.
This is the 420 apocalypse. Right here.
Ese arte en la carátula, cuentan de dónde salió esa idea o cómo llegaron a
Okay,
ella.
so, con esta idea fue con un amigo mío que se llama Harvey Dentist. Okay? Shout out to Harvey Dentist. El man, conecté con él cuando él estaba viviendo allá en la Inglaterra. And me contactó, like he contacted me and he said, yo, Chino, quiero trabajar con usted, So I was like, okay, va a haber un día que vamos a trabajar, Y cuando también I used to put on shows acá, do events, and I had him as one of my openers for Rusty Jokes, actually. And, he came out and he performed, So, we built a relationship from there, and then he moved away. And then we reconnected, and I said, yo, man, I'm loving your art. Your art's amazing. So, I'm like, yo, I want you to do my album cover. So, aquí está. Boom, boom.
Súper bacana.
So you got Rusty Jukes, you got Vinny Idol,
Okay.
you got Innocent, you got Stuck B, then you got Thunny Brown, you got Illa G, you got Dollarmentary, you got Top Dog, and you got Stan the Man, Bobby Bishop, you got Mercenary, you got Lex Talionis, and J.O.D. You got Lex Talionis, Sodom and Gomorrah, they're from the Czech Republic, Admiral Knots, D.O. motherfucking V.
No podía, obviamente.
You got Century Status, Swan. Over here you got Joe Pesci. So shout out to Joe Pesci. Over here, Milano Constantine, Plasma XL. You got Resin from Real Wolf. You got myself, DJ Chino, and then the one that put it together, Honey You Baked. Honey. Shout out to Honey from Honey You Baked.
Okay. It's
there it is.
amazing.
So
Love it.
This vinyl here, everybody liked it so much. They were telling me,
right, this is your house? Sure is. I'm Winston Wolf.
I want to put it on my walls. I said, okay, fine. You know what?
May I come in?
I'm going to come out here.
Oh,
I'm going to give it to you, man, so you get a print.
Awesome.
So you
That's a very great idea.
You get a print, so you can put it on your wall, a poster.
Awesome.
It's front and back if you want the back. But if you want the front is right there. So it's my little gift for everybody. So so when you get the vinyl, you will get
it's like a poster.
Yeah, you'll get the poster.
It's amazing. A great idea.
And then on the other side you got my DJ Chino side A. So yeah, like I said, shout out to everybody that was a part of this company.
Wow.
These are limited edition copies, so they're not really being sold. So the only way you can get this is in a box that we have from Honey You Bake. Now the box contains 2 records. It contains this one, and it contains the 420 Experience, which is la primera that we came out with, right? And then it comes with the first USB, which is the you get 2 records, you get everything from the first box included, except the marijuana products. That's
it.
Okay, so you don't get the marijuana products. In Canada, you can get it. But for the States, for South America, for Europe, you can't get it. Now, the boxes, los boxes para South America, they're 150, 150 Canadian. So, whatever it is for you guys. You know what I mean? But if you get that, like I said, you get everything that was included from the first box in this box for you guys. So that's what we're doing. So, but that's the only way you can get the record. Like really, you know what I mean? Is if you buy the box.
You ship it internationally, I guess.
Yes, we do ship. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, because we only have 25. We have 25 boxes para Canadá, 25 boxes para South America. We have 25 boxes para Europe, and then what else is there? That's it. You know, 25.
Corran para que no se agote.
25 for los Estados Unidos y nada más. You know, that's 100 boxes, limited edition. So, you know, right now Canada, ya casi terminamos Canada. Tenemos maybe unos 5 más para Canadá. We still got a lot more for Europe. There's only been 2 boxes sold for Europe, so there's still boxes. South America, no boxes yet. So we're waiting. So if you guys want this record, man, yo, it is what it is, you know?
No. Ok, bueno, déjame darle la buena noticia. Empezamos hablando pues del último vinilo de Chino, ¿cierto? 420 Apocalypse, 420 Apocalypse. Resulta que, bueno, en la carátula, para los que de pronto no nos están viendo, en la carátula encontramos como una ilustración con diferentes artistas con los que obviamente trabaja Chino, obviamente está él también. Todos los que escucharon hace un momento, todos ellos están en la carátula. Él contaba que muchas de las personas le decían como, hey, esto está muy bacano, yo quiero colgarlo en mi pared. Entonces él tomó de ahí esa idea, una chimba, claro, es que es muy bonito, de verdad, tienen que verlo. Él tomó la idea de tomar, o sea, cuando tú compras el disco, él adentro tiene como un póster con la misma carátula del disco. Entonces no tienes que, digamos, dañar el disco para pegarlo en la pared, la carátula, porque tienes el póster y puedes mantener tu disco pues a salvo. Entonces muy buena idea, súper chévere. Él nos cuenta que este disco no lo encuentras en cualquier parte, es una edición limitada. La única forma de conseguirlo es comprando la caja que él ofrece. En esta caja pues vienen los dos álbumes, el 420 Experience y el Apocalypse. Trae 2 USB, trae la caja venía como algunos productos de marihuana, esto, obviamente para despacho a nivel internacional. Ya que haga una serie entre ellas, pues el disco, el póster, cositas allí para poder hacer el envío. Y pues esta es, como les comento, una edición limitada, solamente hay 100 unidades, 100 cajas, y están distribuidas de, digamos, 25 para Canadá, 25 para Sudamérica, 25 para Europa y 25 para Estados Unidos. Se hacen envíos internacionales. El que esté interesado se contacta nuevamente allí con DJ Chino para que reciban su caja con esta cantidad de productos. Está evaluado en este momento en $150 canadienses. Obviamente más el envío, pero vale la pena, muchachos. Mire que el solo arte, o sea, solamente con este último que nos muestra el arte, el disco internet, ya lo vale. Lo demás, cada cosa sí, no, de verdad que sí. cada cosa podría decirse que es como un adicional, un tipo adicional. Exacto, es una pieza real.
Para mí, you know, whatever I put out, I try to make it an art, something that an artist can bring. If you're into the art, or if you're into the music art, you know what I mean? I try to cater to you. Like, I want to give a little bit to the artist that likes to look with his eyes, that likes to vision stuff. I like to, you know, connect with the other artist, which is like, you know, the producer. So, you know, I try to make my beats sound different, but at the same time give you that raw sound. You know, with the lyrics, I try to, you know, associate and get people that, you know, that have lyrics, that have something to say, or that can drop bars. You know what I mean? And that can take a song and make it sound dope. You know what I mean? So I try to give everybody that's listening to it a piece of art. Like, you know, like for instance, this last song I came out with, which is on the album, it's called Chess Move. Now, Chess Move was a song that I produced with my daughter, con mi hija. Y,
Oh,
and también she did the cover. She helped design the cover. She drew the chess pieces of the cover, and D.O.V inserted it. And she worked with D.O.V on that. Pero le pagué, because her
oh,
work is an art piece for me, and it symbolizes like for me and her that to come on this project, because this beat that I made was a beat that she was probably maybe like 5-6 years old. She's
What?
12. You know what I mean? So it's something that we did together, and it was great that she wanted to be a part of, doing the cover with D.O.V. And Knots obviously laid out an amazing verse on it. It's called Chess Move. So it's the first project that I ever did with my daughter, and that she was a part of. And she has her credit on the album. Her producer credit is Queen Explosion. So shout out to my daughter. You know what I mean? Pero yeah.
amazing.
Shout out to Knots.
Queen. What was the name again? Queen.
Queen Explosion.
Queen Explosion.
Queen Explosion.
Yeah.
Explosion, amazing. Bueno, yo creo que alcanzaste a entender allí, Skinny. Él trabajó con la hija en este tema Chess Move. Pues D.O.V también estuvo allí involucrado. El nombre de productora de su hija es Queen Explosion. Pues yo creo que qué más con ese ejemplo, o sea, no se podía esperar menos con el ejemplo que tiene, y es grandioso de verdad ese ejemplo que le estás dando a tus hijos, Chino. Esto es importante.
Thank you very much.
Un buen ejemplo a los hijos, como enfocados en cosas que valgan.
Remember, this is hip hop, right? Colombia, each one teach one.
Me encanta escuchar la familia. La familia es importante, yo siempre lo he tenido allí presente y me encanta esto que acabas de decir. La quiero escuchar.
Well, yeah, look it up. It's on my Spotify if you guys want to check it out. It's called Chess.
Ya lo buscamos, si lo tienes de pronto por ahí, ahorita
Ahí te mando la demo. Don't worry, I got you guys.
Excellent, thank you.
Don't worry.
Bueno,
I got
Sí, quiero preguntar a nuestro invitado D.O.V, aparte del hip hop, ¿qué escucha él? Por ahí vi que también creo que escucha metal o que escucha aparte.
Oh, wow.
¿Qué más aparte del hip hop?
Yeah, like what do you listen to? What do you like to listen to? Other than hip hop, what do you?
Oh man, that's a very good question. I have a big library of stuff. A lot of slow stuff. Shit.
You got me listening to crazy. Daniel Johnson. I like shit like that. Shout out to DJ. Shout out to Sid for real. Shout out to Sid.
It's a real connection there. Yeah, man. Like even shit like Metallica growing up. I'll still listen to that kind of stuff. Black Sabbath. Let's see, outside of hip hop. Oh man, what else? I even listen to Cat Power. You know what I mean? Oh man, even the oldies. Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, Delphonics. Oh man, the list can go on and on. Like how far can we go? I like Flaming Lips. That's like kind of psychedelic kind of stuff. I like late '60s psychedelic rock. You know what I mean?
Él le gusta los hongos.
Oh yeah. Vanilla Fudge. You've heard of Vanilla Fudge? That shit, crazy. Even like, oh man, I can go on and on. Even some Johnny Cash. A lot of Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash is dope.
Johnny Cash is dope. But some of that stuff even inspires the things that I might write, right? So I always like to have like an open ear to music. Things like Neil Young. I like Neil Young a lot. Oh man, there's so much good music out there. It's good to have an open ear and an open mind, and just taking other styles of music, because it does help influence either your writing or, you know, what you want to do creatively. You know, so
I was about to ask that basically if you maybe use some of that inspiration maybe from another genres on the hip hop, on the music that you do.
Definitely.
So, Skinny y queridos oyentes, yo creo que esto lo hemos visto ya mucho y sí, efectivamente, él hace rap, pero gusta de, tiene un oído abierto, le gustan diferentes géneros, ya creo que por allí no fue algo de Gustavo, de New Jones, incluso algo de psicodélico, por eso hablaban de los hongos. Neil Young, Johnny Cash, o sea, digamos que es como una mezcla, no es como radical. Tiene un oído abierto y está como siempre escuchando, y de eso que escucha también inyecta algo a su música. Entonces, se puede ver ciertas influencias.
Bien, muy bien, interesantes muchachos, interesantes. Recuerden seguirnos en las redes sociales, en Instagram, Facebook y en nuestro canal de YouTube. Hoy con unos invitados muy especiales, el señor D.O.V y el señor DJ Chino 420. Muchachos,
Gracias.
muchas gracias a ustedes. Darnos ese espaciocito ahí con ustedes y compartir un poco de esa buena música, ese buen hip hop que se escucha en Canadá, señores. Muchachos, pues no, nada, despidamos el programa y los voy a dejar ahorita con unos buenos temas de estos grandes invitados y ahí les consigo
gracias
a ellos y todo bien. Muchachos, gracias a ustedes.
Salud to la reina allá. Gracias.
De Canadá para el mundo, me encanta lo que hacen. You're amazing. I mean, the whole team over there is amazing. Thank you
All right,
so much
guys.
today,
Thank
and
you
I
so
guess
much.
you have a celebration today, right?
Yeah, it's Kanaka Day, pero it's fucked up, you know. I understand we're really celebrating, pero we're celebrating today, you know. Vamos a tirar flechas.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yo, love you guys in Bogotá. Salute.
Muchas gracias nuevamente por estar, chicos, que la pasen súper allá en su celebración, wing wing. Pero no, pásenla súper y muchas gracias de verdad por estar con nosotros aquí compartiendo como siempre. Slang City es su casa.
All right, salud, gracias, peace.
Muchas gracias, Dios los bendiga y buena celebración. Muchas gracias, D.O.V y DJ Chino.
Peace. Salud.
Ahí teníamos nuestros invitados, ahora nos vamos con música y nada, recuerden visitar las redes, recuerden visitar en Instagram DJ Chino 420, van a encontrar la revista, van a encontrar la caja que trae los vinilos, trae productos, trae, bueno, está que arde, lo que trae el señor D.O.V también está de locos, búsquenlo allí en las redes, D.O.V con B de vaca. Nada, estos señores de verdad que tienen una experiencia musical muy grande, a mí me trama mucho escucharlos, súper recomendadísimos para que esculquen, revisen y de verdad se las oyen porque lo que ellos tienen es súper bacano de escuchar.
Sí, así es, muchachos. Esto fue Slang City, nuestro programa por YouTube. Y bueno, los voy a dejar con unos buenos temas, muchachos, para que escuchen un poco este gran invitado que fue el día de hoy. Y bueno, salud, muchachos, cuídense y se les quiere.
Para que se antojen. Recuerden vernos. La cita es el próximo jueves a las 7 de la noche por el mismo canal, no se lo pierdan, allí nos vemos. Salud.
I got a big bank account stacking
Throwing up all the green, middle finger to the haters and fuck Paula Dean. Only we could call a nigga and sound ignorant. We ain't racist white people, that's the difference. Back to the bars, I bust, I wreak havoc. Money's like Ed O.G., I gotta have it. In the streets, I'm a savage, general status. You flow pretty good, but I'm the motherfucking baddest to ever do it or spit it. So get with it or quit it. I stunk up the booth, shit it and lit it. Hit rock bottom, climb to the top again. Empty out the 38, loading up the Glock again. Feds knocking in, kicking down my door again. Snitches telling them taking niggas to war again. Yeah, jokes blow out your backbone. 50 shots in your faggot ass back home.
Shackle me in chains, tamper with my brain. With a 10-digit number when you call me by my name. Shackle me in chains, tamper with my brain. With a 10-digit number when you call me by my name. Shackle me in chains, tamper with my brain. With a 10-digit number when you call me by my name. Shackle me in chains, tamper with my brain. With a 10-digit number when you call me by my name.
Yo, who be stepping in my cipher? I'm about to take advantage. Resemblance of Bruce Lee, but darker like I'm Brandon. Tap into my live feed, you know what's up. The fans be truly happy while the rappers scared as fuck. It's natural reaction when I'm about to erupt. I can jot 1,000 hours and it's never enough. I can give you the whole world, but you die and give up. Overindulge, I grab the beat and crack it right over your skulls. It's all unfolds right before your very eyes. Primetime television, newscast terrified. Celebrate the bulletin, D.O.V is still alive, still getting money and take it in the meantime. Meanwhile, y'all be in the lab faking freestyles, looking like B-raps coming out of 3 Mile, living out of D now, listening to D now. Fuck around with D.O.V, about to catch a beat down.
Shackle me in chains, tamper with my brain. With a 10-digit number when you call me by my name. Shackle me in chains, tamper with my brain. With a 10-digit number when you call me by my name. Shackle me in chains, tamper with my brain. With a 10-digit number when you call me by my name. Shackle me in chains, tamper with my brain. With a 10-digit number when you call me by my name.
You're Jimmy, right? This is your house? Sure is. I'm Winston Wolfe. I solve problems. Good, we got one. So I heard. May I come in? Yeah, please do.
ST Dot. Yeah. So off. Stop tier. They know me. Yeah. It's like sand in hourglasses. Leave me standing up inside my casket, watching as the whole procession passes. My lone possessions, a couple bones, a few minutes.
How many cats you know spit flows for few masters?
Jimmy, right? This is your house?
Sure is.
I'm Winston Wolfe. I solve problems.
Good, we got one.
So I heard. May I come in?
Yeah, please do.
ST Dot. Yeah. So off. Stop tier. They know me. Yeah. It's like sand in hourglasses. Leave me standing up inside my casket, watching as the whole procession passes. My lone possessions, a couple bones, a few matches. How many cats you know spit flows for few masters? Black hoodie on, world is in my palm. Once the cipher's drawn, I rock it through the night until the thrill is gone. Built through knowledge and sight for you to build upon. We used to break beats to beat breaks in basements. Now we beat bullies like pulleys into a stagehand. No smoking mirrors unless you smoke them to evoke appearance. I spoke to spirits, putting blessings on my children. It's almost chilling, coast west is all feeling. I still remember nights, mad beef busting off. I took it face to face and I still brushed it off. How dare somebody ever call the definition soft? I swear it on my life, son, my life will be the cost. It's blood
I'm
money.
independent like Tony Draper, my shows are major. You in the window like nosy neighbors, I'm holding lasers. Hot as fuck on the block, like the whole Decatur. No free press, I'm pressing you boys for paper. You known as a hater, my throne is from labor. I'm cold as a war general, blowing grenades up. I stand straight up, you ain't gotta defend me. Just like I took a pay cut to be an MC. They envy when you whipping the M3. Your chick is in Fendi, your fit is like 10 G's. I'm fresh on these fuck boys to the socks. My wallet need a detox, the way we shop. Louis that, Gucci this, elephant print. Ralph Flow, vintage 76. Blowing Hershey in the middle of the strip, we lit. Even the hater like you would say I ripped this shit.
All you two folks to do is take those cleaning products and clean the inside of the car. I'm talking fast. You need to go in the back seat, scoop up all those little pieces of brain and skull. Get it out of there. Wipe down the upholstery. Now, when it comes to upholstery, it don't need to be spick and span. You don't need to eat off it. Just give it a good once over. What you need to take care of are the really messy parts. The pools of blood that are collected. You gotta
come
soak
and find
that
me
shit
on
up.
my grind till my time's through. Shine till I blind you. Get high till my eye views all while I fly through. Time to supply you with rhymes to remind you I am hip hop. My music the tie that binds you. Pen stay grinding like teeth on ecstasy. Blessed be, I'm blessed to be. It's hard to keep next to me. Deadly recipes, I lock it down like heavy weaponry. My pen's on the button, we bound to press it eventually. Boom, beat bully got the bomb squad stepping in hot to this here like Solan pie. Keep your eye on them, I'ma keep the fire on them. Leave them sitting on bricks like whips with no tires on them. Going nowhere, crying out it's no fair. Listen B, miss me with your misery, I don't care. I'm climbing higher than mountain lions. Picture me flying sky high, bouncing irons.
Picture me rolling up some ism in a Rolls Royce. Window roll down, blowing out that top choice. The forecast is real cloudy. Cool. When them punks and suckers get real rowdy, don't crowd me. I'll be bucking my way out of here. Tag him before he hit the base, now he's out of here. My home team in the dugout. Blast off a rocket from the socket, pull the plug out. Always on that say something else, I knock you out shit. The punch was heard way up north and hit the south quick. It's street certified, take you on that murder ride. Hit him with that Mac double, that'll make him further slide. Out his shoes into a brick wall. It's all out war whenever Rick brawl. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. The marathon continues cause we moving with that muscle.
Man, I will never forgive your ass for this shit. This is some fucked up, repugnant shit.
Jules, did you ever hear the philosophy that once a man admits that he was wrong, that he's immediately forgiven for all wrongdoings? Have you ever heard that?
Get the fuck out my face with that shit. The motherfucker said that shit never had to pick up itty bitty pieces of skull on account of your dumb ass.
I got a threshold, Jules. I got a threshold for the abuse that I will take. Now, right now I'm a fucking race car, right? And you got me in a red. And I'm just saying that it's fucking dangerous to have a race car in a fucking red. That's all. I can blow.
Oh, you ready to blow?
Yeah, I'm ready to blow.
Well, I'm a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker. Every time my fingers touch brain, I'm Superfly TNT. I'm the Guns of the Navarone. In fact, what the fuck am I doing in the back? You the motherfucker should be on brain detail. We fucking